Hello. Oh, welcome. How's everyone doing today? Can you hear me okay? I'm having some weird technical difficulties once again. So I have to change a bunch of things up. But let me know if you can hear me okay. Let me know how everyone's doing. Thanks for joining us. Well, for joining me at this point. Rika might join us a little bit later. I know she had a meeting, and so she said she wouldn't quite be able to join right away, but we'll see if we can get her in here in a little bit. I sound perfect. Oh, well, thank you very much, Max. I really appreciate that. So yeah, like I said, a few technical difficulties. You know when Spotify, like, you change the audio source and then Spotify is like, nope, I'm just not gonna play music for you. I'm just not gonna work. That's what it's doing right now. So I had to change some things up trying to get that figured out. So, well, welcome to another weekly live stream for 9to5Toys. I'm Jordan Schwarzenjuber. Gonna have probably a pretty short one this week as I only had one review, but we're gonna go over and talk about the Astro A30, which was the one that I hit. And then of course we'll do any questions or any, anything that you would want to see and hear about as well. So I guess we'll just get started. Like I said, if you have any questions, anything else you want to know about, any other, headsets or deals or things you saw this week, let us know, and we will check those out as well. So, checking out, I'm just going to go into the reviews here and scroll on down to the Astro A30. Wait, why is it not in the reviews? What is going on here? I'm not prepared for this. Astro A30. Did it not get put in the... No, it's in reviews here. Anywho, for some reason the website didn't want to put it in the review guide. But the Astro A30. So, Logitech and Astro. Good question. What would you say between the A30 or Nova 7? So, I haven't personally tried the Nova 7. I did try the Nova Pro Wireless, and the only issue I loved the SteelSeries. The only issue I had with it were those ANC bumps that were pushing into my ears, which I did not care for. Adjust the camera a little bit here. That was my only issue with that. I don't know if that is a similar issue on the Nova 7. Otherwise, it sounded incredible. We can pop over to check out the video we did of that. That was one we did recently. I mean, SteelSeries headsets in general, I've been very happy with. Yeah, it doesn't have the ANC, so you probably wouldn't have to worry about that there. But like I said, that was my only issue with that headset. And so I would probably... man, I can't give a recommendation just because I haven't tried this one. It's impossible for me to say, like, choose this one over that one. But in past, SteelSeries has been one of my more recommended headsets because when I did a bunch of Xbox reviews, I preferred the comfort of like the 7X and the 9X over a lot of other headsets. So I was a little surprised when it came to the Nova Pro Wireless that it was so uncomfortable for me, just because in the past SteelSeries headsets have been very, very comfortable for me. But like I said, I'm not completely sure just because I haven't personally tried it. But that being said, pleasantly surprised by the A30 with how good it sounds. I kind of mentioned this in the review, but I think one of the highlights here is like stereo separation. So it almost seems to be kind of emphasized, a little bit more than something like this. The Philips Fidelio X3, there's great listening headphones that sound really good. But when I was listening to the A30, it almost seemed like things were almost accentuated a little bit more left and right, like kind of pushed left and right a little bit more. So, you know, it might not be like the most pure thing for music, but I think when it comes to gaming, that is a good feature to have, because it kind of makes it, you can kind of tell if things are coming from left or right a little bit easier. And that was one of my big takeaways from this. And then, you know, on top of that, it just has a pretty, a very nice, like the frequency response isn't anything too crazy. Like it's, you know, it's the standard 20 to 20,000 hertz, but it sounds big in that range, and like it's using every single bit of that. Like it hits nice and low, but also stays crisp and clear. It's always interesting trying gaming headsets. I always have this metal track that I listen to, Missed by Protest the Hero. I think I talked about it here. That's one of my favorite tracks to like listen and like test headphones for how they sound, because you can really tell with the guitars, you know, what the mids are doing. You can tell if they're a little bit ducked or if they're a little bit darker, a little bit harder to find, you know, what kind of clarity is going on in there, because they can be, it's a pretty busy, I guess you could say, guitar line through that song. And so, you know, with this headset, like because of that stereo separation and because it has some great mid clarity, you know, the guitar sounded incredible in here, which also translates well to gaming, I think, as well. And then likewise on the cymbals on the higher end, really crisp and clear. Everything came through really well. So I was really impressed with this headset overall. Really the only thing that I didn't care for, and a lot of people are calling it out in the comments, is the microphone. Logitech, you know, Astro, kind of what they're aiming to do here is make, you know, one gaming headset that's basically ready for anywhere you're going to be gaming. You know, whether you're playing at your PC, if you're at your console, if you're on your phone, and just being ready for all those different scenarios. So they have the two different microphones. They have the boom mic, which is detachable, so you can take that off and clean up the design. And then they also have a built-in microphone. And what was funny in the review is that the built-in microphone, you know, it's just a little like dot nub here in the ear cup, actually sounded better than the boom microphone, which was really surprising. A lot of people called that out. And it's still, you know, most gaming headsets, they kind of, hey, what's up, JCap? Most gaming headsets, you know, they are favoring a clearer sound, which usually means like, you know, taking out some of the low, some of like the body, in the favor of like mids and highs, which kind of cut through a little bit more, but then won't actually like distract as much. Like if you are trying to hear, you know, what's going on in a really chaotic, like if you're playing Battlefield or something like that. So the A30 definitely does that as well, and you can hear it in the video review, is that it sounds a little bit thinner than what some other gaming headset microphones do. And like I said, that's pretty common with gaming headset microphones. I even made a video about it, how to make your gaming headset microphone sound better for free. So there are ways to get around it. If you're on PC at least. Those look comfy. Yeah, the A30 was pretty good. I kind of mentioned it, like I still kind of get, you know, a little bit of contact with the top of my ear against the driver cover here, but it's nothing that really was fatiguing over a long time. Pretty solid, comfy headset there. Yeah, it's a good headset. It sounds really good. We were just talking about the sound quality there for a little while. Yeah, and I like that you can just like kind of, you know, the name of the review was, you know, is this the last headset you need, because you can do whatever you want with it. You can use it pretty much anywhere. It doesn't have ANC, but that's it. Otherwise, when it comes to any kind of feature, it's ready to roll. And I didn't really touch on this a whole lot. Someone commented recently and asked, but one thing you can do, you know, you can basically have like 3 different inputs at the same time. You can have your wireless dongle, you can have Bluetooth, and you can have a wired 3.5 millimeter all at the same time. And you can mix all that audio at the same time through the app. So you can like have different levels and, you know, get it tweaked to exactly what you want. So that's pretty unique. And when they did their little like press preview where they were, you know, announcing that set and talking about it, we could ask questions about it. They talked about being able to mix 3 sources, and I was like, you know, does that mean that you can use 2 of the little like dongles and have it like connected to 2 different things for the, you know, 2.4 gigahertz wireless? But no, that's not a thing. You can't do that. It's just You can only have one 2.4 gigahertz. I think it's their light speed. One Bluetooth and one wired. But still, that's pretty awesome. And right, yep. And this shouldn't be a feature, but it is a feature, is that you can charge it while you are using it. Because I'm pretty sure there's some other gaming headsets where you can't do that, which seems a little ridiculous to me. But that's something in here. Yeah. But yeah, pretty cool headset. I've been really happy with it. And there have been some really great headsets coming out this year. Ever seen that kind of pairing? Yeah. I haven't really even tried, like, I don't know where I would really use all three of those together. But I guess it's kind of a cool feature if you need to. A30s, Gen 4, A50s. Yep. Yeah, I haven't actually had too much experience with Astro headsets, so it's been fun to kind of check this one out. And yeah, so far I've been impressed. I know I saw, I don't know if you guys saw Techni's review of it, but he had like part of the headband was coming off in his review, which is a bummer. Makes you kind of, think about the quality of it a little bit, but that's another one to check out. I really want to. We've done some other Focal stuff in the back, or in the past. I really want to. I know that they ditched their PR company, which is where I got a lot of that stuff from before, to try out. But yeah, I still have a contact there. I'm gonna try to get my hands on that. My brother was asking me to. Yeah, the Focal stuff is just absolutely incredible. If you haven't seen those, I basically just did a overview of their entire hi-fi headphone lineup. I got to go to their factory in France, which was friggin' insane. So some cool videos here if you want to check them out. It's just crazy stuff. Lucid Sound LS100X. We did a sponsored video for one of the Lucid Sounds, but that's with the sponsored videos. It's not necessarily what exactly you think of it. And I don't think it was the 100X. I'm trying to remember which one that was. But yeah, back to the 50X. So I haven't tried the 100. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, with the Focal stuff. My brother is a huge audiophile. Like, he's changing out his setups, basically every month. And after I got those headphones in, the Focal headphones, and took him over there to get his thoughts on them. And he ended up buying one of the Clears after listening to those for a while and trying out some other ones. He really liked the Clear, so he went with that, and even got the Arch headphone amp, which is pretty wild. But some pretty incredible stuff there with Focal. So yes, hopefully we will get that ANC headset, because that sounds awesome. How long ago is the video? Here, I'll link it in the chat. This is basically their whole lineup. Let me get to... So again, if you hear anything weird with the audio, let me know. Because I had to change the setup a little bit. So that video is this is like I said, exploring the brand's high-end lineups. That's all of their high-end headphones. And then here's the little factory tour that we did for one of their anniversary events, which was incredible. The crazy thing about this, it's set in Saint Etienne is the town that it's in France, and I'm from Indiana. There's a lot of manufacturing here, and just the vibe of that town, which was also a lot of manufacturing, to the vibe here in where I live, it just seemed, I don't know, it just seemed similar, because it's just a lot of just people building stuff. it was pretty cool. A pretty cool experience to check that out. And because they're making, you know, these huge towers are $230,000, like, it's just wild. Yep, fun stuff. So we'll see. Anything else came out recently that you'd want to see a review of? I do know Patrick. He got the hookup. His books are full right now, but he asked me if I want to get my hands on it's a loaner, unfortunately, but a new 4090. So very excited to try that out. I feel like it's going to make the rest of my computer explode because it's not, it can't handle it, but like, hey, we'll check it out. We'll try it. We'll see what it can do. I'm trying to think of like the most, you know, what's the most ridiculous thing I can do with a 4090 with, otherwise it's a very mid-tier PC. I don't know, try to like max out some VR gaming, or, you know, trying to figure out what you can do there. But yeah, PNY 4090 I think we'll be checking out. So 109 Pros. These are some nice looking headphones. Oh cow, those are beautiful. Dang. Yeah, I would love to try those out. I love all the little details on it, like in the headband there. That is so cool. Wow. Yeah, I'll put that on the list and see if I can see if we can get our hands on those. Handmade, I think. Yeah, what did it say here? Hand assembled at headquarters in Romania. That's pretty cool. And that was a similar thing with Focal. I mean, they hand make a lot of the stuff there. Well, so it's interesting. They do, like, Focal has a history of just like very high-end speakers and headphones, like very popular in like the recording industry. But then they started to come out with a few more budget options as well, a few more affordable things. And so they outsourced some of that manufacturing. Like some of that stuff is made in China, but still the like, I don't know, all their high-end stuff they still make there in France. And it was just so cool to see how all that's coming together. But yeah, these are incredible. I'm definitely gonna put that on the list because I would like to check that out. Cost me $80, but they sound great. Yeah, yeah. That's what like the title of that video said it all. Like I was really surprised by how good those sounded. Yeah. Well, yeah. Hopefully you're enjoying them like as much as I did, because I was pretty impressed with them. I'm trying to think what else we have coming up here. Nothing too crazy. Things have kind of, it felt like it was pretty wild there for a while with embargoes, but things are kind of slowing down a little bit. Arctis Nova 7 Astro A30. We were kind of talking about that at the beginning of the stream. I have a hard time, I haven't personally tried the Nova 7, so it's hard for me to like really, you know, say or like recommend that, just because I don't know exactly what it sounds like. I do know like the Nova Pro wireless, I loved almost everything about that except for that one. It had those ANC bumps in the ears, which just didn't feel very comfortable for me, you know, for the price and for everything else they can do, it was an incredible sounding headset, but just the comfort wasn't there for me. But I don't think that's an issue with the Nova 7 because it doesn't have the ANC. X50 is a metallic orange. Oh, I don't know if I've seen that. So yeah, I have a hard time. Like I can't confidently recommend one over the other, unfortunately, for the Nova 7 versus the Astro A30. In the past, I've loved most of SteelSeries stuff. We were kind of talking earlier, but when I've done a bunch of Xbox headsets, like they were pretty much top of the line for me when it came to comfort. Found those to be very comfortable with the 7X and the 9X. So historically, I've been very happy with the SteelSeries headsets. Must have been bad. Yeah. Oh, interesting. 2 light clamping force, yeah. Other people have mentioned the bumps. Yeah. I mean, yeah, and it's going to be subjective for everybody, but you know, obviously, like I have to call out if it doesn't feel comfortable for me, it doesn't feel comfortable for me. Oh yeah. Yeah, Garrett. Awesome. Comfort food. Comfort good. It's kind of like comfort food. It's just nice and hearty and warms the soul. No, it's yeah. I think it's a great sounding headset. It's pretty comfortable. And yeah, obviously, yeah, the mic could be better. Kind of a shame that it's so poor. But yes, like you mentioned there, Sonar. That definitely could help. I feel like that's a, I don't know, lesser known software or feature, but SteelSeries Sonar, you can basically tweak the sound of any headset or any input, anything. You just kind of map it through Sonar, and you can change up how your mic sounds. You can change up the EQ for your headset. It's a pretty powerful tool, and it's not just limited to SteelSeries, which is very, I guess, generous of them to do that. I feel like other companies would just, lock everything into like their own brand. So that is a good shout out. Sonar, you can do a lot with that. Actually, yeah, we should make a video on that and see how good can you make it through something like Sonar. That'd be an interesting topic. Actually, do I have Sonar installed right now? I was gonna say we could even just do that right now. I don't think I have it installed, so I'd have to download it and get all that set up. No Dolby on the A30. I think it does do Dolby. Yeah, let me double check. Astro A30. What am I using right now? I've got the Philips Fidelio X3 headphones. They're just headphones, open back. And then using the Shure MV7 mic. And both of those are going through the Razer streaming mixer, Razer audio mixer. Dolby Digital Atmos. Let's go look at it right now. I want to say Atmos, but I don't remember for sure. On here. I can't remember where I saw that. It was in a press release or if it was like on the Amazon listing, but I thought I saw something about Dolby on the A30. Maybe I'm wrong now, because I don't know for sure. Digital no, Atmos yes. Okay. Okay, yeah, here in the listing, Dolby Atmos 3D audio compatible. So yeah, no optical cable, that's for sure. Nice. Yeah, I've still never tried the A50. It'd be fun to try out. Wicked cushions? Yeah. Yeah. I gotta try some of those sometimes. I've never tried them, but Techni has made me want to buy some. Check them out. Oops, I just spilled tea everywhere. 1 second. Okay. Hey, John. Thanks for joining us. Is the music level okay? I can't really tell. Like I said, my audio's being real weird right now. Hey, Famesy. Yep, doing well. Thanks for joining. Good to see you. It's fun now that we're like doing these more and more frequently. It's so fun to see like people coming back. This is great. With discount saved, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, that's a heck of a deal. Save 25% on that. And yeah, like you said, A30s or the mic's not great, but hopefully we can do some. Hopefully we can change that up a little bit. Talking smack. Yeah, I kind of mentioned that earlier, John, about the A30. I mean, I haven't noticed any issues myself. Everything seems really solid so far. I mean, it's pretty plasticky, has this kind of like soft plastic kind of finish to it. But I did see Techni's video as well, where like one of these little corners came up. So it stinks that, you know, that happens and you see that kind of stuff, but I don't know. I haven't noticed anything that looks of concern to me, but you know, haven't had it for a super long time. So we'll see what it does over time. Nothing like that freaking Xbox controller. Yeah, they're a good looking headset, and they sound great too. Nice. Man, a lot of people are getting the A30. That's awesome. The corner move above the left and right markers when you expand to put it on your head. Mine has a little play. Let's see. Custom 40s a few months ago. Nice. Above the left and right markers. Like in the ear cups? I'm a little confused. Oh, I see what you're talking about. I wonder if I can get that on stream. I think it's also doing what you were talking about. Like this little spot up here kind of expands a little bit. It's hard to see on there, but I think I know what you're talking about. That little thing right there. Oh, where the headband meets the ear cups. Yeah, I don't know. For me, it looks pretty, like everything down there, like where the swivel is, everything looks pretty good. But yeah, with the headband, the way it expands a little bit, it goes from the plastic to the, I mean, it's going from the plastic to the padded part. So I don't, like, I think that's pretty understandable that there would be some flex in there. Little play look great. Custom A40 is nice, worth it. Able to use a custom EQ in the app. Do you have to stay connected to the app when you are using a console? No, I think you just have to, like, you know, open it up, connect, make the change, and then I think you can close it out. I don't think you have to stay connected. It doesn't, like, the EQ doesn't change when you close your phone or anything like that. Also, are there a few EQ presets in the app for the A30? There are, when I tried it, there are two. There's immersive and footsteps were the two. So the immersive kind of like beefs up the sound a little bit. So it saves the EQ to the headset. I think so. Now that you're saying that, did I try that? I think so. Yeah, because well, I would always have my phone connected. I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure it does. We'll go with that. Actually, here, let me try it real quick. So we'll connect to it via Bluetooth with my phone, and then I'll change the EQ. I'll disconnect, and then reconnect, and try it again. Is that a accurate test? Is that scientific method? Is the A30 headband material like the A20's rubbery? Yeah. It's like a rubbery silicone kind of feel to it. A30 versus Turtle Beach 700 Gen 2. What do you think? I'd probably choose the A30 out of those two. I think I like the sound better out of the A30. And someone else mentioned it, but the A30, or I'm sorry, the 700 Gen 2 has, quite a significant amount of clamping force. It seems like it's made for a, it seems like it's made for, I don't know, a kid, or like it seems like it's made for a smaller head. It's got some clamping force. Yeah. Now choose your EQ, then disconnect completely and see if your custom EQ is saved on the headset. Yeah, so we just have to listen to it and then make sure it doesn't change, right? Superman curl going on. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Bluetooth. We are connected to the Astro A30. So we'll try listening to something. Oh, this is gonna mess up with my... Okay, the music's gonna go away for a little bit, because I'm gonna use those Spotify. Please save to the headset. I can't imagine why they would make it change if you disconnect. I mean, I guess companies have done stupid things in the past, but I can't imagine them getting away with that. Okay, so I'm listening. I have it on the footsteps. I'm going to make a ridiculous EQ that has no bass, so I know that it's different. Save. All right, bear with me. Close after complete after you say. Oh, interesting. It's like it's like processing right now, trying to like get it on there. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, got it cranked up. Huh, it's still like processing. Hold intermission while we while we test this out. My luck. It's a fun jam. Okay, so okay, there's immersive. When I pop it over to footsteps, it's a lot. I can hear a lot more in the high end. And if I completely close out of the app and yeah, it's saved. It's fine. It sounds the same. It doesn't change at all. So you don't have to have the I was I was playing Bluetooth on my connected on my phone. Uh okay, you're making me really go through the ringer here. If you buy a headset, you'd better use my referral code. Just kidding. Seriously. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't mess anything up. Hopefully you guys can still hear everything. It seems to still be coming through okay. Where is the oh, it's in Xbox mode. That's why it's showing up as Xbox controller here. Okay, so I've got it connected. What is that? Oh, it's coming through my. What is going on here? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, without being connected, yeah, it's definitely the different EQ. Okay. We figured it out. We did it. Um, okay. Getting everything back set up here. Any other questions? Any other comparisons or thoughts? Let's see here. This needs to be on this computer playing desktop audio. Music coming through now. Yeah, it keeps the same EQ. Like when it's not connected or the app's not going, it keeps the same EQ. Save $200 of the A30 for now. For what's this for? The Hyper Core or the Cloud Core HyperX. Yep, HyperX stuff is usually pretty great. Connection. Hello, www. Are you trying to move forward in your FPS game? And hitting W's on here? Didn't hear what I said. It seems to save the EQ if you like quit out the app and disconnect. It seems to do that. I can like triple check again later. Send me. You have a Twitter. You can send me a message and I'll like triple check again for you. Or Instagram, or leave a comment on the video review, and I'll reply back to you there, and we can make sure. Sweet. Did you click on the referral code in the video to maybe send some affiliate stuff this way? I think I saw someone talk about that. The price, they put the wrong price on it. I remember, I feel like in one of the earlier streams, somebody like got it at that price. Yeah, that's pretty wild. That's a heck of a deal. Incredible headset for that price. No worries, man. Thanks. Oh, at the sorry, I guess it's not a referral code, but there's an affiliate link in the YouTube video, or if you YouTube video, or if here, I'll just link the article and you can click on that. Would greatly appreciate that, because that would help us out a lot. Thank you so much. Sweet. Where are we at? 4:15. Okay, we'll probably start wrapping up here in the next 10 minutes or so. I don't know if you have any other questions or things you want to talk about, or ideas for, you know, upcoming things you want to see reviewed that we can get on the list. SteelSeries 7P for $180. Is it a good price? For $180, I feel like, I know at least the 7X, wasn't that like $150 when that came out? Trying to remember what the price was. Are you in, is that like US dollars? Yeah, that kind of doesn't seem like a great deal. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but yeah, it's $170 is the normal price. So I mean, it doesn't seem like too crazy of a deal, but it's a good headset. Like, I loved the 7X. I haven't tried the 7P, but I tried the 7X version of it. Yeah. The ANC bump, yeah, ANC bump is pretty unfortunate. Yeah, that's a good question on the additional dongles. I mean, that was one of the big things that they mentioned in the little, you know, press preview, which that's one of the best features that you get. Like, that's what makes this headset, you know, so universal. So hopefully they do that. And I don't remember if they set a price on that either. You think it's inevitable for A40, A50 refreshes? How much would those go for if the A30 is 230? Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, if it seems inevitable, like, everybody's coming out with new headsets right now and putting all the latest technologies in them. Oh man, as far as pricing, I mean, with like the Nova Pro wireless being, you know, so much, and InZone H9 being so much, like, probably definitely north of 300, I would think. Awesome. Yeah, thanks, Famesy. Absolutely, reach out. Yep, appreciate it. Yeah, that's true. That's been interesting just in this live stream, how many people are either picking it up or thinking about picking it up or have already picked it up. Like, it seems like it's really picking up some traction. I guess maybe that was it's the title of this video, so maybe people are just interested because they have it or are considering it, but it seems like a lot of people are interested in it. What gaming mouse are you mainly using? I'm still on the Death Adder V3 Pro. Freaking love this thing. For my 131 grip, super comfortable, super responsive, lightweight. I just love this thing. Yeah. What's it? 380, yeah. Dang. Yeah, for me, I don't, if you like an ergo shape, I mean, really, I'm gonna sound like a fanboy, but both of Razer's, you know, the Death Adder and then the Viper V2 Pro, they're just solid mice. Pricey, but if they're within your budget, I think it's a great pick. So depending on, you know, if you like ambidextrous shape or an ergo shape. Thoughts about the Corsair K100 Air? Yeah, No, it's full size. Full size keyboards are useful too. Actually, I have one of the wireless Razer mice. Hey, welcome. Or wireless Razer keyboards that I pop up here, like, you know, if I'm doing any, like, you know, when I'm doing business payroll at the end of the month and everything. But it's kind of nice to be able to pop that up and have the numpad. Oh, sorry, K100 Air. The K100 I've gone hands-on with, and like Corsair's keyboards are really solid. They are some cool things. You know, personally, I don't know. I'd have to try it and get a feel for it, and see if your Colts and my Broncos. Nice. I don't watch much football, but I'll take your word for it. F1 is the only real like sporting thing I'm into these days. Yeah, I'd have to like try it out to get a feel for how these switches feel. But if you want a low profile, like, I don't know. I really enjoyed the other Corsair keyboards that I've tried. So I can't imagine that it would disappoint. I'm always impressed with how many features they can put into these keyboards too. Thanks, Devil's Thumb. Thanks for chiming in and chatting with us. Have a good one. We'll see you next week. We'll be here again 3:30 next Friday. So stop in and say hello again and let us know what's going on. Do you think a future A50 will come out, or they just stay at the A30? I mean, I don't know. I think they'll probably update it. That's, you know, just conjecture, but I'd be so surprised if they didn't. Like, why not? With so many other companies coming out with, you know, their high-end headsets right now, it'd be yeah, it really seems like why not. When you start veering into hi-fi headphone price range, really got to think gaming headset or dedicated mic headphone setup. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I prefer using a, you know, even when I'm playing with my friends on Fridays, we're playing games, I usually use a separate microphone, and that, you know, frees me up for using other headphones. It's really not a bad way to go. And we have, I think I've been mentioning this for the last couple of videos, but we have all of ModMic's, basically their entire lineup in to check out for review. So I need to put that together. So basically you can add a microphone, you know, an attached microphone to any sort of headphone. Both, I think they have wired and wireless versions, which is pretty awesome. So we will do a video here in the near future, walking through all those different ones and, you know, seeing what those sound like. Yep. See you, Devil's Thumb. Thanks. To review the Edifier W820. That's a great question. I haven't done many Edifier headphones. Done some earbuds and some speakers, but we have a contact there, so we probably could get our hands on that. Is this the one you're thinking of? Yeah, ModMics are, it's a solid lineup of stuff, microphones there. Yeah, is this the one you're thinking of, the 820? Am I on the right, W820, right? Yeah, NB. Oh, they have a few different ones. Bluetooth, NB. So yeah, which one are you eyeing? Yeah, we can put that. I'll put that on the list right here. We can see if we can get those in. Always fun to check out some of those. What's the price point on that? 80 bucks. They usually have some pretty good sounding. Sometimes the quality isn't great on like the Edifier earbuds. Like I said, I haven't tried many of their headphones, but they usually sound pretty solid. This is good to buy. I haven't tried it myself. Like I was just saying, I think the Edifier stuff usually sounds pretty good. My only concern would be a little bit with quality, but without actually, trying it myself, I can't really comment on that. I'd maybe try to find some, other reviews and see what people are saying about that. But we can see if we can get our hands on it too. I'll put it on the list here. Alrighty. Well, yeah, we'll probably start wrapping up here. Let's see if you have any final thoughts, questions, concerns, anything else you want to see. Don't really have anything else new to show off here. If you haven't watched the A30 video yet, go check it out. It's a pretty cool headset. I think they'll really show up in the light here. The speaker tags are a pretty interesting thing, purely cosmetic, but the kind of iridescent look under there is that's pretty cool. It looks, I mentioned this in the video, but it looks like RGB without being RGB. If you have some light shining on it. Hello, thanks for joining. We are just wrapping up, so if you have any last minute questions, get them in now. And yeah, tune in next week. Let's see, what do we have on anything coming up next week? It might be that ModMic's video. If I can get that all put together, might be what we're coming out with next week. So, yeah, make sure you're subscribed. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna wrap it up. Once again, thank you all so much for joining. Really appreciate it. Thanks to everybody for chatting and offering their thoughts and suggestions and greetings and farewell. Yes. Like I said, next week, next Friday, 3:30, we'll be doing this again. Otherwise, stay locked to 9to5Toys.com over the weekend. Keep your eye out for some great deals there, as I'm sure we'll be posting all of them. And yeah, hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll see you later. Thanks, everyone. Bye.